Hello everyone, myself Dr. Sayanti Chatterjee, Assistant Professor of CSE AIML IoT and RAI from VJEC College, Hyderabad. Today I will start my second topic of advanced machine learning, which is based on probability, random variable and Bayes theorem. It is a comprehensive introduction of foundational probability concepts. So before starting, today my topic is based on the probability fundamentals with some examples, random variables and Bayes theorem. So first one, we will go for the probability fundamentals. This topic will give you a chance to understand the concept, the sample spaces, events and rules that govern the uncertainty. The backbone of the machine learning is the probability fundamentals. So when we'll start, what is probability? Probability measures how likely an event is to occur, ranging from 0 means not possible to 1 at uncertain. Probability value always ranges from 0 to 1. So this is the one of the important thing for the machine learning. Give one example. If we just take a dice, and what is the probability of getting 1? So there are the 6 things in a dice and the probability of getting 1 is 1 by 6. So this is the probability, how likely an event has to occur. Now it is a random experiment. Please remember, this is not a concept. This concept behaves on the random experiment. It produces some uncertain outcomes. The sample space S is set to set all possible outcomes. So what is an event? An event is the subset of S. I am giving one example here. Say again, if I throw a dice, what are the cases it may? It may come 1, it may come 2, it may come 3, 4, 5 and 6. So what is this? This is the S, the sample space of probability. What is an event? Event is which may come. That is rolling a dice with 1. So the probability is 1 by 6. If I want to check how many times the 4 will come 1 times in the 6 value. So the probability is 1 by 6. Similarly, if we toss a coin, there is the probability of half. It may be head or it may be tail. So what is the understanding from this topic? What is an experiment? Experiment means the process that produces the outcome. So tossing a coin is an experiment. The throwing or rolling a dice is an experiment. So after experiment, we are getting the space. What is the space? The sample of all possible outcomes. So this is very, very important in the case of the machine learning. Set of all possible outcomes, we will make the probability and then we will check whose probability is maximum. Next one is the event. What is an event? Any subset of sample space. As I discussed here, that there are the 6 set of coming 4 is an event. Coming 1 is an event. So event means any subset of sample space. What is probability PE? Number of favorable outcome, how many times it may come, or the total outcome. So favorable outcome, how many times it is coming, divided by total outcome. Here you can see 4 is coming only 1 times, then 1 by 6. What is the total outcome? Total outcome is 6. So it is 1 by 6. What is the types of sample space? Now sample space is a finite one. If we go for a rolling die, it is a finite value. If there is a lots of data, it may be the infinite probability. It may be the continuous data. If I am checking the speed of a machine, this is a continuous data, or analogous data is a continuous data. So this is called the probability. Now, probability types. Probability types are basically 3 types. One is called the classical probability, based on the theoretical assumptions, and here all outcomes are equally likely. Means what is the meaning of this word equally likely? Any outcome may happen. So we are calling it the classical probability. So probability of E is equal to NE by ns, number of events but by number of space. As we told that the rolling of a dice and getting 4. What is the probability? 1 by 4. Number of events divided by number of sample space. What is the empirical probability? Based on the actual observation and experiment. Say I have a faulty dice and it is giving 5 maximum times. So what is this? The what is the probability? We have to check based on this. So what is empirical probability? Actual observation and experiments. If there are only the subset of 5, then it will be always change the value of n and f. What is subjective? Based on the personal judgment, experience or belief. This is called the subjective probability. In the time of NLP, we are basically using sometimes the experience based probability. What is the probability for coming one special word? So what is the fundamental probability rules? The probability rules is, first one is the addition rules. If I have two cases, then probability A union probability B. What is this? The value is PA plus PB. Say I have one case event of A, one event of B. So what is the probability? This is the probability of occurring 4. This is the probability of say occurring 6. So there will be no common points. So say I have two events. One is of getting probability of set. This is a getting of probability of 6. So what is this? The probability of A union B. What is the value? PA plus PB. PA, the probability of first case, probability of second case, minus, if there is some intersection case, then minus of PA minus PB. Say I have one case A of this, case B is this. So what is the total probability of this? Probability of A plus probability of B minus the probability of the common space A union B. So this is called the addition rule of the probability. What is the complement of rule? P complement of A is equal to 1 minus PA. I am giving one example. One example is, say I want to check how many times head will come. Now what is the probability of head coming? Always 1 by 2. Then obviously what is the complement? Complement means opposite. So what is the value of coming tail? 1 minus 1 by 2 is equal to half. So this probability of an event is not occurring. What is the meaning of complement? The event which is not occurring. I have the data set of only head. From that we can tell what is the probability of getting a tail in a tossing of a coin. So next one is the multiplication rule. Multiplication rule tells that A intersection B is equal to PA into P B by A. What does it means? It means if PA is an seen, PA is the probability of one case, PB by A means how many B data is depends on A. If PA and PB both are independent, like this case, PA and PB both are different, then what is the rule? The rule is, then if both are rule, then we can simply write PA into PB. But if PA and B are mutually linked, we can write PA into PB by A, the probability of B based on A. What is the total probability PE? PE is equal to PE by HI into P of HI. Sum of all mutually exclusive hypotheses. Sum of all mutually exclusive hypotheses is called the total probability. Now, when I told about the mutual exclusive events, what is this? Two events are called mutually exclusive or disjoint if they cannot occur at the same time. Or in the other words, we can tell that occurrence of one event doesn't depend on the other occurrence of the other. So if this is one case, and this is another case. A or B are mutually exclusive means A and B, there is no intersection point. So P A union B is equal, A intersection B is equal to always 0. And if we do P addition B, what is the thing? P A plus P B means these two cases are mutually not dependent. So giving one example, that getting 1 and getting 6 are a mutually exclusive event. Say I have only one dice, I roll the dice and we want to check. So at the same time I will not get any time 1 or 6. So they are the mutually exclusive events. So we can tell intersection is empty, and if we are doing the adjoint, the addition P A plus B. Next, drawing of a card, drawing a king and drawing a queen of a single draw is not possible. So these are also mutually inclusive. And what is that? If there are two things which is occurring and which are not occurring, if I add the both, it is always get 1. Give me one example. Say whenever I am rolling a die, if I get 1, what is the occurrence of getting 1? It is 1 by 6. Which cases are mutual not happening? Getting 2, getting 3, getting 4, getting 5 and getting 6. So P A complement is equal to 5 by 6, and 1 by 6 plus 5 by 6 equals to always 1. So mutually exclusive means it cannot both occur, and independent means the occurrence doesn't depends on each another. So this is called the mutually exclusive events. So let's take one example. Example 1. A fair die is rolled once. What is the probability of getting 2 or a 5? So as I discussed earlier, getting 2 or 5 is a mutually exclusive. It cannot happen at a time. So probability of getting 2 is 1 by 6. Probability of getting 5 is also 1 by 6. So total probability is 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6 is equal to 2 by 6, or we can write it 1 by 3 or 33.3%. Take one again, same one example. I have 52 cards. Now I want to take one card. What is the chance of getting a king or a queen? I am drawing only one card. This is one important topic. We are drawing only one card. Now how many kings we have? We have 4 kings. So what is the probability of getting 4 kings? 4 by 52. What is the chance of getting a queen? 4 by 52, because 4 colors 4. So what is the, if we apply the additional rules, either king or queen. So 4 by 52 plus 4 by 52, it is 8 by 52. So the value is coming 15.4%. So this is the mutually exclusive events. So opposite side we are getting the conditional probability. So first we will start with conditional means one is depend on condition. So we will take one example here. What is the example? A bowl has 3 chocolates, red, blue and green. A child picks 2 at random. Any 2. It may be red, blue, it may be blue, green, it may be green, red, like this. What is the probability that at least one should be red? So first we have to understand what are the possible probability. So the child can take red, blue, child can take red, green, the child can take blue, green, the child can take blue, red, the child can take green, red, the child can take green, blue. So this is the 6th probability is possible for the this case. So at least one. So how many at least one are there? 1 case, 2 case, 3 and 4. there are 4 outcomes where there is one red. Either first one is red or the second one is red. So what is the probability of at least one red? 4 by 6 means 2 by 3. Now, alternatively, if P is equal to no red, how many no red are there? There are no red is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is the child picks 2, where is no red is there. How we can also check this one? We can check this are the mutually, it is happening 1 minus 2 by 3. So it is coming 1 by 3. Alternative method. You can choose any one. So what is the conditional probability? The at least one is red. Either the second one come red or first one come red. So we can write, see the question, that 1 is red. So 1 by 6 by 2 by 6. So it is coming the half. So half is the correct. At least one red is the, at least one red we got 2 by 3. But second one is red and first one is blue. If I going for this case, please check. The step 5 we are telling that second one must be red and first one must be blue. How many cases are there? There is the case is the first one must be blue and second one must be red is 1 by 6. And how many are the first one is blue? 1 by 6. So how many probability we are getting? We are getting 1 by 6. So this is called the conditional probability. So this is the 2 cases of the conditional probability. So what is the conditional probability? If 2 methods are not mutually exclusive, means one is depending on other, we can tell that it is the PA intersection B, means both can occur, and we can tell they are not mutually exclusive. And in that case, PA intersection B will be PA plus PB minus PA union B. So we have a heart and king, even number and a number, and the number should be even. A student and the student will be athletic. There are different cases, so both are depends on one another. So this is called the not mutually exclusive case. So what is conditional probability? Conditional probability is the likelihood of A occurring given that event B has already been occurred. Like the previous example, the child has taken 2 chocolates. The first one, second one must be red and one must be blue. First one must be blue and second one must be red. What is the condition? So occurring is A depends on the occurring of blue, and it bridges the basic probability of the Bayes theorem. Bayes theorem is based on this case. So what is the, how we can write? P A by B is equal to P A union B, means the both first one will be blue and second one will be red, and how many cases of the PB is red. This is called the conditional probability. So conditional probability is giving one more example. What is the probability of drawing a king given the card is a face card? Face card means the card has some face figure. So which cards have the face figure? Like king and queen. So 4 into 8. 4 and joker. So there are 3. So there are the 12 cards have the face figure. So how many may be the king? King and face. So what is the probability of getting a king? Already we discussed, it is 4 by 52. What is the getting of a face card? Face card is 12 into 52. What is the chance of getting the face card? 12 into 52. Now what is our condition? Our condition is drawing a king given the card is a face card. So PA is king, PA is king, PB is the face card. So what is the formula? 4 by 52 getting a king into divided by 12 by 52. So what is the value? The value is the 4 by 12 or 1/3. So like that we can calculate the value. So what is a random variable? A random variable is a real valued function that assigns a numerical value to each outcome of a random experiment. It transforms the abstract outcomes into quantified numbers we can use. So what is the random variables? That if we are number of heads when we flip the 3 coins. So like that we can tell what is the discrete number. Takes a countable number of distinct values, number of heads, car processing, defeats the manufacturing in the batch, all are the random number. What is the continuous random variables? Height of an adult person, weight of an object which comes under a specific range, like a height of a person maybe comes between 5 feet to 6 feet or 7 feet. No man can be more than the 7 feet. So like that these are called the continuous random number. So how we can use? We can use the Bernoulli's method, binomial distribution, Poisson distribution and geometric distribution for this. So as I told, the continuous random variable depends on we have to calculate the probability density function. What is the probability density function? Continuous random variables take any value between one range, and this range generally follows the Gaussian distribution structure. This is called the probability distribution function. And what is the formula probability distribution function? As this is a continuous domain, we can write integration of a to b fx of dx. What is the mean? The mean is the center of the curve. And what is the standard deviation? Standard deviation is the maximum spread of the curve. And how we are writing this? We are writing x by n mu by sigma square. So based on this, we are writing the Bayes theorem. Bayes theorem is named after Thomas Bayes in the year of 1763. Bayes theorem calculates the conditional probability of an event on prior knowledge or new evidence. So Bayes theorem is one of the backbone of the machine learning. Bayes theorem answers that given B has occurred, what is the probability of A? What does it mean? If A and B both are dependent on each other, and if B has occurred already, what is the chance of giving the A? And AI/ML we are using is for the neighbors classifier. Next we are using it for the medical diagnosis, spam filters, weather prediction. Everywhere the backbone is the Bayes theorem. So what is the Bayes theorem? PA by B is equal to B by A complement into PA divided by PB. So what is PA? PA is the prior probability of A. The initial beliefs that seeing evidence, say I have a disease, and what is the disease value? They told the disease value is 50%. So 0.5 is the, say we have a disease and disease chance is 50%. So this is the value, that prediction of occurring a disease. What is B by A? Probability of evidence given on hypothesis. A person have the disease and tested positive. Say I have a COVID and I have tested positive. What is the probability? So getting disease is 50% and after testing getting probability is 0.98 on PB. This is called the PB by A. What is P? A by B? Updated belief after seeing the evidence. If 98% is true value, means 2% is not happening. So one value tested positive and having disease means the opposite case. That this is what we calculate. And what is the total probability of the evidence? What is PB? PB means what is the chances of testing. So I am giving the total example. Say a disease affects 0.5% of population. A test is 98% accurate. It may be true positive or true negative, but the result is 98% accurate. Now, if a random person who test positive, what is the probability they actually have the disease? So, what is that this? That 0.5% people have the disease. Okay. So, what is the chance of positive with P positive? Result came positive and the disease is 0.98. Accurate result. So P positive came positive but no diseases, then 2%. So it comes 0.2%. Now we have to calculate what is the probability 1% has disease with the positive result, means both are okay. So we have to take P positive result by D, positive with disease, how much result came, that is 0.98, by how many are actually have the disease. The disease at only 0.005%. So P pos by P disease, so 0.98 into 0.005. Again, similarly we can tell 2% came negative, so 0.02, and in how many people? 0.95. This is also a correct answer. So we add all the correct answer and we got the value 0.248. What is the then with disease by positive output? The positive output came 0.0228 and how many people? 0.0049. Because we are checking, so the value came the 19.76%. So despite testing positive, there is only 20% of chance of actually having the disease. So this is the one case study. You can take it is 0.0005005 also, instead of 49 you can take here 5, you can get the same answer. Next, we are going for another example. In an inbox, if 60% email are spam, a spam filters correct 95% of email IDs, but 5% are false positive rate. If an email is flagged as a spam, what is the probability it is actually spam? So again, what is the email in the spam? The spam is 60%. This is the event. Then how many are the flagged as a spam? They told 95%. So 95% are flagged as a spam. Then how many are not flagged as a spam? 0.05%, though it is flagged but it is not a spam. So what is the total probability of getting a flagged mail? That PF by S into PS plus PF by not spam into P not spam. So 0.95 into 0.60. This is the true positive value. True negative value is 0.05 into 0.04. So we are, why 0.04? Because only 60% mail, 40% is not flagged. So this is the 0.59. So we have to calculate spam mail and flagged, both case. First mail will be spam, second one it is must be flagged. So what is the value? 0.95 is the probability of flagged mail into 0.60 spam mail divided by 0.59, or we can write PF. So 0.95 is the spam percentage of 0.60 by 0.59 and the value came 96.6%. So what is this? PF by S. F by S means 95%. In how many mails? In the 60% of mail by what is the chance of probability? 0.59. So it came 96.6%. So there are many examples are there. So what is the main takeaway from this? We have checks use the we have probability quantifiers uncertainty on a scale of 0 to 1. What is probability? Probability quantifies uncertainty on a scale from 0 to 1, and it has depends on the sample space. How many events are there? Total event, a specific thing, and rules of the foundation. P A intersection B, P A addition B, P P complement of A is equal to 1 minus PA, and what is a random variable? Random variable bridges the experiment to numerical analysis. It had two types. One is called the discrete, one is called the continuous. Then we discussed about the Bayes theorem, update beliefs with evidence with the posterior. So it depends of the likelihood, how many percentages may come. Prior means what is the total percent data is there divided by evidence. What is Bayes rate method? A positive test doesn't always mean that you have a condition. So always we have to check the prior probability. And thank you.